Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Janice. If you're not subscribed to my channel, I would appreciate it so much if you hit that subscription button, like, and share some of my videos. This morning, I am heading to work, but I wanted to drop by and drop in and make this video. It won't be so long. I want to talk about the subject of Jesus this morning and the controversy around where Jesus was the identity of Jesus. So many people out there, we got these white images of Jesus, all over the place. It's been that way since the time I was small. Everybody in the household had a white Jesus picture hanging upside the wall. But when I start to get up and then get into my Bible and start to do research of my own, then I start to come and find out that there is no possible way that Jesus is a white man. Jesus was born in the Middle East. If you search that Middle East and you go in there and you Google that and you search the Middle East back then, and it probably is now, the people that was in the Middle East was described as being even brown or dark-skinned people. Now that the all of this is coming out, and then so many people are talking about Jesus now and his identity, people are actually going back and posting. Not African American people, other people are going back and they posting Jesus like looking like somebody like a foreign guy with a Mexican or something like that, accents, appearance and the way he looks. The Bible plainly described. Now, don't nobody know. I'm not trying to say that Jesus is black, but the Bible described Jesus as best as they could with the knowledge that they had, and this they described Jesus as being have a white hair, and they got hair wolfy hair. We know who got that wolfy hair, and eyes like fire, and feet and skin like bronze. Now, if y'all look up the Google the color brown, it is nothing close to being white. They have been whitewashing us as far as Jesus' appearance and his identity for years. And then I had this one guy to come into my comment on another platform that I had and asked me if he's not white, what difference does it make? So I explained to him what difference does it make. If we are going to talk about the Bible, if we're going to try to stick to the truth and stay on course, and then you want to do that by not making up images of your Savior, and you want to not steal his identity, because we all know, these people, they take people's identity and everything else you got, and they steal it and make it theirs. So we already know that they are capable of doing that. Jesus is not white. I'm not going to say that he's a black man, but he's definitely not a white man. And Mary, the Virgin Mary, also is from the Middle East. They do not describe, the Bible do not describe how Mary looked, but they do say that she is from the Middle East, which is the same place that Jesus is from. So let me ask y'all this. Let's have like a debate about it. If everything that y'all know of being African Americans or whoever might be on my platform and see this video, if we're going to think larger and think like outside the box. If Jesus, the people that crucified Jesus, the people that crucified Jesus, were people that was from places and stuff that was majority of light-skinned people, white people, I suppose. Now, don't quote me on that because I'm still doing my study too. But most of the people that was that crucified, Even the guy, and I forgot his name, but I'm going to try to go back and read that and get that to y'all. Even the guy, one of the men that carried Jesus' cross was a black man. And going back to the subject, what I'm trying to get to, have y'all ever noticed any people, white people, the European people, have y'all ever noticed or known any people that crucified another white man for they see as speaking the truth and trying to bring a word of God to them? Have y'all ever noticed anything of such? It did not happen because if you think about it, who are the people in this world that have been oppressed the most, been crucified, just like Jesus? I mean, just like Jesus, have had all kind of things happen to them, and despicable things, never been got retribution for any of the stuff that they did to us. And when you start talking about it, they always go back to that, what about, it wasn't us, why should y'all get retribution for anything that really had nothing to do with us? And I had to go back to that same thing. Now, y'all don't, sometimes I want to just cut this out for a second. Sometimes I don't pronounce my words as clear as I should. I get all excited and I don't, so you have to forgive me for that. Anyway, y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh, why would, the way they are saying, why would anybody feel like they need to be compensated for something that they claim that it was before their time, their ancestors had a part of it? Not them, it was the ancestor. So if we didn't get that compensation back then, why should we get it now? The only thing about that is everything that's going on, that went on back then, is still going on now. They just doing it in a different modern way that makes it look like it's different, but in reality it's the same thing. We still being held back. We still being stomped on, and got European American, white American feet is still on our backs, whether we want to admit that or not. They're still there. They still there on our back. They still are oppressing us. They still holding us down, and have a nerve. Now, I heard just yesterday that the EEOC is making out new laws now that is stating that in the workplace they putting in laws where white men cannot be discriminated against. Now, I just want to ask y'all, how many of y'all, white or black, have known any cases of any white men being discriminated in the workplace? I mean, y'all hold almost majority of the titles in workplaces. Y'all got the higher position, and most of the people that working under you are people that look like me, or poor white people that would like to think that they are in the same class as y'all are, but they're not. And when I heard that, I thought, wow, this cannot be there. They cannot be serious, because there is nowhere in history, and even now, shows that a white man is being discriminated in the workplace. None whatsoever. And this just, I know I got off the subject of Jesus, being white, but all of this stuff for me, it just ties into what they have done, what they have always been able to do, which take things that they do not own, even stole not only our identity, but Jesus' identity too, because they came and made a brown hair, blue-eyed white man out of Jesus riding a white horse. And the Bible plainly state when Jesus came in this world, when he was around going and doing his mission and going from place to place trying to save souls and save people's souls, Jesus was on a donkey. He was not on a horse. Jesus had never rode a horse. And that is just another whitewash creation that they made up, and then taught us their Bible, not ours. They taught us their Bible the way they wanted us to believe, what they want us to live by. The Bible is plainly stated, and I think it's coming to pass now because I can see it in a lot of black people. They're starting to, that veil is coming from over their eyes. They're starting to realize, okay, this, what I was taught when I was little and when I was coming up as a child is nothing like what it actually is. Because Jesus is not white. The Bible plainly states that when my people remember who they are, that's when everything is going to start to shift and turn around. And then y'all going to start to see some different stuff. Even now on social media, you got white people making posts of Jesus not white. They're making posts of how Black American has been treated all these years. I mean, you can just see the shift that is shifting. And when the Bible say, when my people remember who they are, that's when this thing's going to start to shift. That's when we're going to start to see everything going to start to reverse itself. And he also said, I know if you're in the Bible and whether you're in that Bible or not, you have heard this saying. It says, and the first will be last, and the last will be first. I get that 100%, and I believe it 100%. Y'all, we are in a different era. This world, we are starting to rise. I know people, and I'm not trying to get off the subject again, but with all the chaos that's going on, I mean all the chaos that's going on, I personally know black people that have got promoted in places, in jobs that they never thought that they would get that far up. I seen black people, our people, buying homes, getting the vehicles, myself included. There was this one vehicle that I have wanted for the last 5 years, and I could never get approved for that vehicle because I would have some issue with my credit, could never get approved for that vehicle. But a month ago, I tried my luck again. I said, because I want this vehicle so bad. I've been wanting it, and I prayed about it. And when I went in there and started talking to the dealer about this car, they did not hesitate. They started giving me option, which type of car, which color that I want. They started they didn't ask for any background credit history. They would say, well, how much you want to pay us today, pay down on this car, and you want to take as they give me an option of 5 different vehicles to take to do a test drive in it. And y'all, when I tell y'all, these are some of the nicest vehicles that I ever drove. I was so shocked. I was so shocked that it was. I'm thinking, okay, this cannot be happening. Even though I was, this is what I wanted. I said, this cannot be happening. And excuse me, I had somebody pass by. Now they want them to hear me talking. Anyway, when I got back to driving the last car, test driving with this guy, and then he asked me which one I was going to choose, and I said the one that we was in, and he just said, look at me. He said, okay, I mean, let's go in there and let's do the paperwork and let's get this done. Long story short, I went in there We stayed in there about an hour getting things done. And when he handed me the keys to that car, to that vehicle, y'all, I had to pinch myself and say, this is not happening. This has happened for friends of mine and other people that lives in my neighborhood. They have been able to, in spite of the economy and the bad shape that it's in, they have been able to rise above and get blessing that they never thought that they would get. But I just wanted to put that in there. I know I got off the subject of Jesus' identity, and I apologize for that, but I just want to give a testimony. I do that a lot. I give a lot of testimony. So I want to just come here and just do this testimony for y'all and just let y'all know, keep your head up. Keep your head up and keep your faith, because I'm telling y'all that God has always placed it on my heart and to spread the word that this place, this time is shifting, and now we are rising. It is our time to shine. Y'all keep praying, keep sending those prayers up, keep having faith in God, and I promise y'all, y'all are about to see a shift like y'all have never seen. We are about to become the first. And I just want to get that out before I start my day in my job. I hope y'all have a wonderful, blessed first of the year, new year. Y'all stay safe out there, because y'all know how these trying times are and how people have gotten. So please stay safe. And if you don't have to go out, don't do it. Stay at home and then watch a ball game or your favorite sport. Get some popcorn, stay with your family, and just ride that 25 out with your family and people that you love. Y'all have a wonderful day.